In October of 2021, construction was finished on what would be the largest freestanding drop tower in the United States. At 430 feet tall, the Orlando Freefall at Icon Park in Orlando, Florida, was finished construction and ready to move on to the stage of opening. And this was a huge draw. Obviously, once it opened, people wanted to ride this thing. It just, personally, I don't do drop towers, but this thing was just looked insane. And people that I've seen online and heard talk about it, people said that it was actually scary. People that aren't really afraid of heights or aren't afraid of drop towers, people thought this thing was scary, and rightfully so. You are way up there at 430 feet. So this thing opened, I mean, it's October in 2022, so it's been a full year since the construction finished. But in March of 2022, March 24th of 2022, there was a tragic accident where a 14-year-old boy was ejected from the ride during its descent and passed away from the accident. Now, what happened here is Icon Park, the people that own the drop tower, where the drop tower is located, they went against manufacturer rules and adjusted one of the seats so it could fit larger guests. A lot of people, if they're larger or if they have young kids that might not fit on a ride, that might just be a half inch short for a ride, a lot of people will say, oh, why can't the park adjust the height, or why can't they make these rides with bigger seat belts or bigger this so larger people can fit? Why can't the rides be 47 inches instead of 48 inches so my son or daughter can ride? But people don't understand that manufacturers, the people that are the engineers and the people who design these rides, they're the ones that make all these calls. They're the ones that decide how the restraint should fit, how tall you need to be to ride this. The parks have nothing to do with it because the parks aren't the experts on the ride. The parks buy the ride and operate the ride, and they're told how to operate it safely by the manufacturer, but they need to follow exactly what that manufacturer tells them to do for the ride to be 100% safe. Well, that is not what Icon Park did. This place went against the manufacturer, adjusted this. The 14-year-old boy that passed away, he was very tall and large for his age. He should not have been on that ride. There's no way that someone his size should have been on that ride. The fact that he was able to fit just because they adjusted it, basically they killed that young boy, and it's just very sad. So anyway, the ride operated for 5 or so months until this tragic accident. It immediately closed down on March 24th and has not been back open. And today, Thursday, October 6th, Icon Park has announced that the ride, Orlando Freefall, will be torn down. So the ride is no more, and I say, I don't know, I guess good riddance, because they don't need that reminder of that tragic accident. And I'm not one to say that just because there's an accident on a ride that the ride should automatically be torn down. But in this case, it's completely different, and I'm personally glad that it's being taken down. So that's it. That's the news. Orlando Freefall is no more. So if you got to ride it, you were one of the, I mean, I'm sure lots of people rode it, but you're one of those people in those 5 months or whatever that it was open that got to ride it, then you got that rare drop tower credit. But that's it for this video. We'll see you guys next time on Beach Cliff Studios.